In recent days, the South Korean entertainment world has been rocked by unpleasant news involving one of BTS's youngest members, Jungkook. The idol, usually known for his gentle demeanor, full of laughter and rarely showing anger in public, this time seemed truly furious. Not without reason. His private residence was reportedly repeatedly intruded upon by irresponsible strangers. This recurring situation finally came to a head, prompting Jungkook to issue a firm statement. He was ready to take legal action and ensure the perpetrators went to jail. For an artist with global popularity, maintaining privacy is certainly not easy. However, home should be the safest place, a space where one can rest without worry. For Jungkook, home is the last bastion of freedom from the hustle and bustle of superstar life. Unfortunately, that fortress continues to be shaken by the actions of a handful of people who claim to be fans, but act far beyond the bounds of reasonableness. Repeated intrusion incidents. Korean media reports indicate that since early 2024, Jungkook has faced a series of disturbing incidents. Some waited for hours at his door, others tried to follow his car to the gate, and some even tried to barge in, claiming they wanted to meet him in person. Although local security and police had intervened several times, these reckless acts continued to recur, seemingly fearless of the perpetrators. For an ordinary person, such incidents might be deeply traumatic. However, for a world-class celebrity like Jungkook, this was a double burden. He not only had to deal with the pressures of work and the spotlight every day, but also lost the sense of security in what should have been his private space. My home is my private space. It's where I want to feel at ease, away from the spotlight. If anyone tries to enter without permission, I will not remain silent. I will make sure they are held accountable to the law, Jungkook stated firmly. This statement surprised many, as it was rare for BTS's magnate to speak in such a firm tone. Usually, Jungkook would choose to suppress unpleasant rumors or respond with silence. However, this time he had clearly reached the limit of his patience. The limits of an idol's patience. Fans may be used to seeing Jungkook as a loving and caring figure towards ARMY. He often smiles, greets them warmly on live streams, and often spends hours just chatting with fans. But beneath all that, he's still a human being who needs his personal space. Most ARMYs are aware of this and respect Jungkook's privacy. However, there are a small number of people known as sasaeng, a term for obsessive fans who often go to extreme measures to get close to their idols. This ranges from following artists everywhere, spying on their phone numbers, to even going so far as to visit private homes. The case involving Jungkook clearly falls into the sasaeng category. What makes it even more concerning is the fact that these incidents occurred repeatedly, not just once. This means the perpetrators were truly determined to cross boundaries, without considering the psychological impact or safety of the idol. Many people think being an artist is all about the cheers, love, and popularity. But there's a dark side that's rarely seen. When your home is no longer safe, when someone might suddenly show up at your door just because they're obsessed with you, it's scary, said a Korean entertainment industry observer. Firm support from BigHit Music. In response to this situation, BigHit Music, the agency that houses BTS, did not remain silent. In an official statement, they emphasized that they would take legal action without compromise against anyone who attempts to violate their artist's privacy. We prioritize the safety of our artists above all else. Actions such as intrusion, stalking, or other invasions of privacy are serious violations of the law. We will cooperate with the authorities to ensure that the perpetrators receive the appropriate punishment, the agency's official statement read. This move was welcomed positively by ARMY. Many expressed relief that the agency was finally addressing the serious issue facing Jungkook. Previously, many fans felt the agency had been too lenient with sasaeng, slang, activities. Now, with this firm stance, it is hoped that it will serve as a deterrent for anyone who attempts similar actions. ARMY reactions, from anger to concern. News of Jungkook's home invasion immediately trended on social media. Thousands of tweets flooded Twitter, X, Instagram, and Weverse, expressing both anger and concern for Jungkook. Is it so hard to respect privacy? Jungkook has given us so much. Let him have his own space, wrote one ARMY. Home is the safest place for all of us. Imagine if it was vandalized. I can understand why Jungkook would be angry, said another. Many also urged the police to immediately arrest the perpetrator and impose strict punishment. For ARMY, this issue is not just about privacy but also about their idol's safety. Invisible trauma and fear. Although Jungkook tries to put on a brave face, many believe that an incident like this must have left a scar on his heart and mind. Just imagine every time he comes home, there's a lingering fear that someone might be waiting at the door or lurking around the house. Psychologists interviewed by Korean media confirmed that cases like this can have long-term consequences. Repeated invasions of privacy can trigger anxiety, insomnia, and even paranoia. One can feel like they are never truly safe, even in their own home. For Jungkook, who already bears immense pressure as a global superstar, this added burden is clearly not to be taken lightly. Fans are increasingly concerned that his mental health could suffer if similar incidents continue. Jungkook's firmness. I will not remain silent anymore. Jungkook's firm statement is a strong signal that he truly wants to end this cycle of intrusion. Unlike his past stance of preferring silence, this time he emphasized that legal action is the only way forward. Enough is enough. I will not remain silent any longer, he said in a short live broadcast on Weverse. This simple statement struck a chord with fans, as it showed that Jungkook was truly tired of this situation. ARMY immediately flooded the comments section with support. Many reminded Jungkook that he was not alone, and that millions of fans worldwide would always support whatever steps he took to protect himself. Not the first case in the K-pop world. It's worth noting that Jungkook isn't the only idol to face serious issues with sasaengs. Throughout K-pop history, many other artists have experienced similar issues, from personal phone hacking to airport stalking to home invasion attempts. However, what makes Jungkook's case so high-profile is the frequency and courage with which he spoke out. Many idols have remained silent or let their agencies do the talking. Jungkook demonstrated courage by personally issuing his legal threats, a move rarely taken by idols of his caliber. ARMY's hope. Peace for Jungkook. Amidst this uproar, there's one thing ARMY hopes for most. Jungkook can feel safe again. They want their beloved idol to be able to sleep soundly in his own home without fear, to enjoy time with his dog Bam in peace, and to live his private life undisturbed. This case serves as a stark reminder to everyone that love for an artist should be expressed in a healthy way, not by violating privacy. Jungkook may be a superstar, but behind the scenes he's still a human being with a right to personal space. Jungkook's anger is a clarion call to the K-pop world. He's been patient enough with intruders, and now he's shown that there are lines that shouldn't be crossed. Home isn't just a building. It's a safe haven, a place to return to, a place that should be sacred from disturbance. If anyone dares to violate it again, Jungkook has made it clear. Prison doors await. And this time, ARMY stands firmly behind him.